Hello and welcome to IK Plus or International Karate Plus for the Commodore 64. When I made the video of Fist Plus, I was referencing this game quite a bit, and of course it dawned on me that I did not have a video of this game up, which I actually thought I did, but I will hereby rectify that. IK Plus, you could argue, is a logical extension of International Karate, which was a game that was very heavily inspired by the arcade game called Karate Champ. You were fighting a single opponent with a referee calling out scores in various different locations. Karate Champ was very unique as an arcade game because it did not have a normal control scheme. Instead of having a joystick and some buttons, it had two joysticks basically, where by combining certain moves like up, down, with the two bars or one bar left and the other bar up, things like that, you would do various different punches and kicks. Very unique. There is a home computer version of Karate Champ and it's not very good. But anyway, International Karate was definitely heavily inspired by that, and of course someone came up with the idea of why not have 3 fighters instead of just 2. So we now have 3 fighters on the screen, as is fairly obvious, and you as a player or players can play the white and the red fighter, and then of course you fight against each other and against the blue fighter. If you look at the top of the screen, you can see there are point markers, and the first one to get to 6 points wins. And then of course, if you as the player do not have the second high score, you are out, like in this case. Something to be noted for this game is it has various different speed settings, and I'm just quickly going to show off the slowest speed setting, which is not necessarily easier. You have more time to respond, I suppose, but the computer will happily beat you senseless no matter what speed you're playing at. Can be interesting though to get to enjoy the full scope of the different animations. And now we're switching over to the fastest setting. Not much different from normal gameplay, of course, except for the fact that you have less time to respond. So, switching to the best game I played in this recording session, just to have some background footage while I talk about the game itself. IK Plus came out before Fist Plus, and of course released by System 3. The people that were well known for Last Ninja at this point. And to be honest, you can tell that whoever made this game actually cared about what they were doing, because Fist Plus was I should be kind, because it was probably even a fully fledged attempt to compete with IK Plus or give some sort of alternative to IK Plus. But if you look at the two games side by side, which I'm not going to put up because that's too much work for the purpose, but if you were to look at the two games side by side, Fist Plus, just the animation quality compared is so incredibly low. It is very, very rigid. It feels, compared to IK Plus, like it's dropping animation frames. And to be honest, that considered, it runs a lot more sluggish than IK Plus. The graphics for a Commodore 64 is definitely perfectly fine, and nothing spectacular, but definitely not bad. The backgrounds, there are a lot of keys you can press that will trigger different effects, like changing the sun reflection in the water, and even cause the fighters to drop their pants. All sorts of good things like that. But the overall quality, especially of the background, is it's super enchanting, to be honest. I know it's probably rather simplistic in many ways, but it is undeniably very, very fitting for the scene, and everything is well thought out, it's well planned, and you can definitely see that there's a certain amount of love gone into making this game. All that aside, of course, let's face it. As fighting games go, this is extremely well made, and the quality, especially animation quality, is absolutely stellar for a game of this type. But it is rather simplistic. Once the initial wow appeal of I can fight against two others goes away, once the excitement from headbutting someone out of the air and they're trying to jump kick you, when that fizzles, it's very, very basic. There's not an awful lot on offer in truth, and then of course that accounts for Fist Plus as well. The variety of content is extremely limited. The bonus level is very different on in IK Plus as well, of course, and not as obnoxious as trying to hit ninjas with daggers. Yeah, well, whatever. But while, especially if you play this by yourself, it probably gets old relatively quickly. If you have someone to play this game with, or against rather, it can be extremely enjoyable. There may not be an awful lot on offer, but what's on offer is extremely well made. A very, very high class and very high polished product. Good graphics, lovely backgrounds. There's something extremely enchanting about those relatively simple but very effective background animations. I absolutely adore it. And of course the music, which is a spiced up variation of the original International Karate theme. Not an awful lot more to say about this game, except for the fact that look at it go. Is this round or is it the next round? I think it's the next round, actually, where the computer just goes to show that now it's time that I exit this game. Oh, 4 points. It is this round. They got 5 each now, what a coincidence, huh? Just enough to knock me out. Anyway, as I said, what is there is an amazing quality. No doubt about it, and we can't deny that for what it is, it's extremely well made. And on that note, I'm going to say thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.